Good morning, everyone. How is everyone doing? It's Rose Coleman coming to you live from my craft room here in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Got my juice, my coffee, and I am ready to get started here, you guys. Oh my gosh. Had a busy weekend, fun weekend getting, oh my gosh, I designed scrapbook layouts, as you guys saw. Thank you for your lovely comments on my scrapbook pages. That is one of my favorite clubs that I do every single month. I've been running a scrapbook club for years and years and years, and scrapbooking is really how I started with Stampin' Up. And it is still alive, you guys. Stampin' Up is very much alive. Scrapbooking is very much alive. And I love to add to pictures to those pages. And I love even more to share these with my scrapbook club members. They get a free class. They get all of the cut pieces. I cannot send stamped images, but they get all the cut pieces, the designer series paper, the embellishments, the embossed papers, all of that stuff. I can send them in a flat envelope, and then they can join me. I have had several people across the country join me through COVID and coming out of COVID. They're still joining, and we're doing fun Zoom classes together, and it's a lot of fun. So that was what I was working on this weekend, and now I'm going to be kitting those up and sending them out with in a cardboard envelope, flat cardboard envelope. And I got to get that done. I also have two classes next week. My technique class is going to be on Tuesday. I'll be teaching that one twice. For my club members, I will be going live on Tuesday night on Zoom, and we love to gather together. I'm also going to be doing a YouTube live on Tuesday with those projects. So if you've purchased this class from my friend Christine Bertram, if you're from the US, I'll be teaching that class on Tuesday at 12:30 in the afternoon. And then on Wednesday, the very next day, Christine is teaching a class at 5 p.m. my time, Mountain Standard Time. I'll be there watching and cheering her on. And that class you can get from me if you live in Canada. I can cut your pieces, and I have the cards. I'll show them to you. So even if you can't get your cards in time, if Canada Post doesn't get them to you in time, you can still watch the YouTube replay. So you can grab those. I have a few kits left. I am cutting up those today too, kitting them up and getting them out the door for people who have purchased. Now this class is, you can get it it's a $25 if you live in Calgary and you pick up at my porch. If you live across Canada and you need the kit mailed to you, it's an extra $5 for shipping. It's $30, or free if you spend a minimum $35 in my online store using the link here and that host code here. So such fun stuff coming up, so many things. And so today we're going to kick off this Monday, my favorite way, with the Global Design Project Challenge. And this week, it's a color challenge, which is always a challenge for me. When I sit down and look at my ink pads in their holders, I'm like, which colors go together? And so this week it's a color challenge. So let's flip the camera and get started on the color challenge. And I'll share with you what the colors are as soon as I flip my camera. Good morning, Barbara from Winnipeg. Good morning, Jen. Good morning, Anita from Holland. Wow. Good morning, Evelyn. Hi, Tracy from Surrey in the UK. It's cold here too. Yeah, it's chilly here this morning as well. Hi, Janet. Hi, everyone. Thank you all for being here. I'm so excited. Let's get started. We're going to flip and get started here. Okay, here we go. Whoops, that's not the way to flip the camera. Here we go. Wrong button. It's Monday. Okay, yesterday I had my team meeting on Zoom with my members of my Ink-Sided Canadians team. Oh my gosh, I love those ladies so much. They are so much fun, and I would love to add you to that group so you can come have fun with us every month on our team meeting. We do other things as well, and I share PDFs with them. I shared every month I give them a PDF file that they can use as a class, and I'm super excited to have introduced a class to them that they only get, my team members, right? My team members get this class, and I'm just seeing if I have my printout here. So what did I do with it? one sec. Let's see. I'm just looking for, oh, here we go. So they get a class planner. This is their class planner that I shared with them in, oh, this was December. But yesterday we did one, and I don't know what, I think I took the printout upstairs. But I'll share a glimpse of that one with you. I did, of course, fragrant flowers. Oh my gosh, because you guys saw me last week, right? I focused on that one the entire week. So when you're part of my team, you get access to all of these free tutorials. All of my tutorials I share with them, and it is just such a joy to be their team leader. If you're thinking about that starter kit, please, please, please consider joining. If you are in Canada, I would love to be your team leader and have you join my team and have me welcome you over there. Okay, I'm just trying to straighten things up here. My camera mount is a little bit crooked. Let me just, I don't want you to have to see sideways here. Okay, so let's tuck this down a little bit and give you some more view. Maybe I need to raise up. There we go. Now you can see a bit better. Okay, so to this week, it's Monday. So I like to start off with the Global Design Project Challenge, which is a color challenge. And what are the colors? Here we go. We have So Saffron, Granny Apple Green, and Balmy Blue. These are the colors that they've challenged us to use. So this is brand new challenge issued this morning, or I don't know, I think maybe in the middle of the night. I'm not really sure when they do it, but I always check it first thing Monday morning. It's like my coffee on Monday morning. I have to have it, right? And I was inspired today to bring in my product of the week, which is the Country Bouquet and the matching punch. Love, love, love punches. Punches are my favorite tool, absolutely, because you can just grab them and go. They are versatile, they are strong, and you can actually push the little button on the back here and flatten them. So they don't take up much room in your craft room. You can stack them on top of one another, stack them side by side on a shelf. They are amazing. Okay, so we're going to play with this Country Bouquet bundle. It is, I'm bringing in the catalog here, page 9 at the top. Country Bouquet bundle is $52. So if you spend $52 and you add on the sequence, you will be over $60 and you will qualify for a free celebration item. So you can pick whatever you want. You could pick any of the paper, the fragrant, or the one I played with last week. Oh my gosh, that paper, it was just so stunning. If you like that one, the favored flowers, you could get, at Day at the Farm paper, you could get dainty flowers. Anything in this brochure, you get, when you spend $60 before shipping and tax, you get something in here for free, level 1, and $120, you get a level 2 set. Okay, so we're going to play with this one, and we're going to use this color challenge. What are we going to do? Okay, so let's see. I'm just going to put my ink pads over to the side here. And I do have a card base that is Granny Apple Green, 8.5 by 5.5, scored in the middle at 4 1/4. So let's bring in my bone folder. We'll just give this a quick run to make that nice and crisp. And then what I have is a piece of basic white, standard card front, right? 4 inches by 5 1/4. We're going to use that as my background for the front. And then the 12 by 12 paper, this stunning, stunning paper down here, which is the Country Floral Lane. There's Balmy Blue in here. So I thought, I definitely have to use that paper. So I just have a little strip. It's 7/8 of an inch by 5 1/4. That's going to go on the left edge of my cardstock here. So we'll go ahead and put that down. And because I'm actually not going to stamp on this white piece. I am, but it's not going to be something that I'm going to be worried about it being straight. Like if I were to stamp a greeting on here, I wouldn't put the paper on yet because Murphy's Law, right? If you get it all glued together and then you stamp, chances are something's going to happen and your stamp won't be the way you want it, right? Sideways, crooked, backwards, whatever. But this one, I think I'm safe. So we're going to put this, I'm actually going to put this right onto the front of my card. So just add some more glue here. And we're just going to put this right on the card front. So Balmy Blue and Granny Apple Green together. I don't think I've ever used this color combination. Have you guys used it? Maybe this is your week to challenge yourself. Okay, so there we've got our, our platform, I guess, for lack of a better word. Okay, so what I want to do now, I'm going to bring in this punch, and we have to use So Saffron. So I'm going to use some So Saffron scraps here. And I'm going to punch out, back up for a second. I'm just trying to think what I should do first. Let's see. I should put the lid on my glue first. That's a good spot to start. I need die cuts. Okay, so let's do the die cutting first. Get that out of the way. I need, yes, okay. Sorry guys, Monday. We're getting off to a good start here. We've got circle dies. These are from the layering circle dies, which is a definite must-have in your collection. So if you're picking your starter kit, make sure you have these in your starter kit. They are amazing. You get the scallops and you get the regular circles. We're going to cut out a balmy blue scallop and a basic white inside for the circle. So I've got some scrap paper here. Let's cut this to size. And you know what? We can actually do 2 at a time. So we can do, no, I'm just going to do 1. I only need 1. But if I was prepping for a class, I would definitely cut 2 at a time. That makes things a lot faster. And then I need a piece of balmy blue. All right. And my favorite way to cut is to actually put the blades pointing up. And then I put my cardstock on top like that. And then I put my top sandwich plate on. And you guessed it, we're bringing in boho blue. I love my boho blue mini. This mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss is free for new recruits right now during celebration. So you definitely want to have this one in your collection because it is stunning. Look at that color. All right, let's see. I think things have shifted. Let's make sure nothing's shifted. Nothing any worse than loading up your platform, getting everything ready to go, and then something moves, right? And I didn't put anything on top. I'm being brave here. Okay, there we go. I'm using my thumb at the back. Do you see my little trick here? This is called, what can we call this? Like the Olympic sport of running your Stampin' Cut and Emboss. I'm using my thumb to nudge it, and then I'm using my hands to pull it. Now, how's that for technique, huh? Okay, I'm just being giddy here. Sorry. It's Monday. I'm excited to be here. I'm excited you're here with me. Let's get these pieces and then we can get this card off to a good start. So let me know if you try that trick with your thumb. I see you all. You're going over to your mini boss now to see if your hand's big enough to do that, right? Oh my, all the stuff today. Okay, so we're going to we need a circle. We've got a balmy blue circle. We have a white circle for the front. And we're going to punch a whole bunch of hearts. Okay, now I can see your comments. All right. Okay, so this heart punch, we're going to open it up. We're going to slide in. I only want the big heart. Okay, so we're going to punch, I think I need 5 or 6. So let's just go ahead and punch them all out. Use your scrap paper. Frosty and foggy in High River. Yeah, it's kind of foggy and frosty here too. I was surprised when I went out to take my daughter to school. It was kind of like nippy, but that's okay. We can't really complain. We've had a good stretch of weather here. Okay, how many do I have? 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 more. 5 and 6. All right, so we've got our hearts. Let's get rid of our scrap paper here. And we're going to do some stamping. All right, so I also have a little bit of extra Granny Apple Green, but we'll get to that in 1 second. Okay, so I'm going to bring in my silicone mat so that I can see where I'm stamping. I'm actually going to stamp on top of these. So the matching stamp is a double stamp. It has the big heart on top and the small one on the bottom. It's actually that way so that it coordinates with the punch. So if you stamp these 2 images, you slide them in, and then you can punch out both hearts. I only need the top one, and you're probably thinking she's going to cut it. She's going to do surgery. I'm not actually going to do surgery because I want these to stay. They are perfectly positioned together to fit into the punch, as I mentioned, right? So I'm just going to stamp. Now I'm using my classic ink, right? Our Stampin' Up's water-based ink. I'm going to stamp right on top of here, but I need to turn them around so they're the right configuration because this is not a symmetrical heart. They are different shape. I don't know if that makes sense. I think you guys know what I mean. So you have to configure them that way. So I want to stamp a little tone on tone. This one's backwards. Let's do that. Okay, so, oops, Let me just lower down so hopefully you can see what I'm doing here. So I'm going to ink up my stamp, and I'm going to do this a bunch of times. We're going to do this 6 times. We're going to stamp right on top of these punch outs. We're doing tone on tone, so saffron on so saffron. This is so fun. You could stamp them and then punch them if you wanted to, but this saves time. So if I were to do this one in a class, I could send people all their punched out images, and then they could get their own stamp set and stamp them when we do the class. That's often how I do things. So we're just going to stamp right on top of here, and one more. And I know I'm getting ink on my silicone mat, but I'm not worried about it at all because this is wipeable and this is water-based ink. So I'm just going to take a baby wipe up my silicone mat. There we go. Might as well take that and clean off my stamp while I'm at it. Okay, so I think I'm done with So Saffron. So now I'm going to flip all of these over. And you know when I say the glue is flowing, you might as well go with it, right? So let's bring in some glue. Put our glue on all of the hearts. Like so. Easy peasy. And then I'm going to bring back my card front, and I'm going to take all these hearts and watch what I'm going to do with them now. I'm going to arrange them. I've got a little something on my card right there. I got a little scrubby, and you can use any kind of a nail file or anything like, you know, just to, I'm just basically scuffing that little smudge off of my white cardstock. Okay, that was not planned, but you know me and these videos, nothing nothing ever goes as planned, right? But we figure it out. We figure it out. Okay, so we're gonna take my heart. We're gonna put one right here. And then I'm gonna take the next one and I'm gonna come in right close to it. And the joy of the glue, the liquid multi-purpose glue, is that you have wiggle room. So we're going to come all the way around here, just kind of slightly overlapping a little bit. And then I'm just going to keep on going. All right. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's move this one down a little bit. Kind of want to be fast because I'm actually thinking I only need 5. Yeah, I'm going to move these a little bit more, give them a little bit of a gap. I hope I'm still on the screen. Give them a little bit of the gap, and if you have to lift, if the muscles come out for the glue and you have to lift, it's okay. And then I'm just going to put this one right here. Maybe shimmy this one over a little bit. There we go. Okay, I'm happy with that. I'm happy because we're going to cover up the center of this. Can you tell what I'm making here? We're making a flower. So there's our flower, and I got an extra one. I really wanted my petals to be more like, I didn't want to trim them. I mean, you could overlap them if you wanted to, but I wanted to have them close like that. So remember those circles that we just cut? So I have my balmy blue scallop one. That's going to go right on front of here. And you can now size up how these are fitting. And maybe you might want to shimmy one of them. I'm going to shimmy this one in just a little bit. And sometimes this is good, why you should only use a little bit of glue so that you can pick things up. So there, let's move that one in, and then, oh yeah, there we go. I love it. Okay, so that's going on there. And I'm going to go ahead and put that on with dimensionals now. A couple of dimensionals, 3 dimensionals actually, like so. And then we'll go ahead and put that on, and then it's in place. All right, so we've got a balmy blue circle, and then we're going to stamp on here. This is going to be my greeting. But first, this flower needs a stem, right? So we're going to take a piece of scrap cardstock. And here's scrap Granny Apple Green. I'm just going to take my scissors, you guys, and make a little stem. Easy peasy. You don't need to make it complicated. You don't need a special die or anything. You can cut, now these ones look more like wedges, but I'm just going to come in here and I'm going to do a curve. So you can do a curve first, and then come in with your scissors and just do another, kind of hug the curve, if you will, and make another little curve. There we go. So there, I'm happy with this one. I'm going to lift up and tuck under like that. Look how easy that is, right? So let's just add a little bit of glue to the stem. And it's longer than I need, but that's okay. I'm just going to snip it off. And we're going to tuck this under right here. Just like that. There we go. And I'm just going to bring in my snips, and we're going to snip this. I'm going to snip it with like the same length as the white. Okay. All right. So we've got a flower. We've got a stem. We need some leaves, right? We need some leaves. So the stamp set, the Country Bouquet stamp set, has these leaves down here. So it has this stamp here that coordinates with the punch. It also has these leaves, which are perfectly spaced on this stamp. You can see them. They are perfectly spaced for the punch. So we're going to do more tone on tone because we're keeping the theme of tone on tone like I did with the So Saffron. Granny Apple Green. Open that up. We're going to stamp these leaves. Okay. So I'm just going to stamp them. Tap, tap, tap. Stamp on Granny Apple Green on Granny Apple Green. And then we're going to bring that punch in, and I love it. Look how it lines up. It's just perfect. I didn't give myself a very big piece of cardstock, but I'm going to make it work. There we go. And we got our leaves, and we got a green heart too. And you know, I could hold on to that because probably could use that for something else. Okay, so let's grab our leaves and get rid of these little pieces of cardstock. And we're going to put these onto our flower. Easy peasy. Okay. Get a little glue on here. You totally could just do this without stamping, but I really like the texture that you get from stamping that heart with the stripes on the tone on tone with the So Saffron. I really like that effect. Okay, so there's our flower. Give the leaves a couple seconds there to dry. All right, so we need a greeting. So this stamp set has, it's not just love, it's not just Valentine's Day. There is a great Valentine's Day greeting in here, but look at this one. I love that we are friends. Isn't that cool? That's what's going on the front of my card. I love it. So I'm going to bring in my Memento ink, my black Memento. I'm going to ink that up. I'm going to stamp right on the center of this circle. And am I in the center? I couldn't tell. Woo! Yeah, not too bad. We're going to go with it. Okay, so that's going on the middle of my flower. I love punches, you guys. Punches are definitely, they're so fun. Like, and I never, I'm going to say never, I never sell my punches. Hardly. There's very, very few punches that I've gotten rid of because when Stampin' Up! Brings in a punch, I get it, I use it, I love it, and it stays in my collection. Okay, so I love that we are friends. There's also two-step stamps here that you can use. We have this one here, of course, will go together, and I'll show you that this week. These two hearts go together. We've got the inside and the outside. We're going to use the inside ones, just the nice solid hearts. Got those here. And I'm going to ink up my Balmy Blue, and we're going to add some hearts. So let's put down here, up here, and over here. There we go. Got that. And what else? We're going to add some bling. So we also have in this entire suite, the Country Bouquet suite, there are these sequins. These are the pastel adhesive back sequins, and you get 2 sheets. Look at all of the sequins you get. And there's adhesive on the back. So you get the bigger ones and then the smaller ones. So we're going to use some of these Balmy Blue ones here. And I'm going to grab my Take Your Pick tool, which is, oh, here it is. Okay. Take your pick. All right. We're going to add 1 down here, and then we're going to add 2 more. We're going to put 1 right here and 1 up here. These sequins are amazing. Love that they all already got the glue dots on the back of them. Makes it so easy to quickly whip up a card and put bling on it. Now we can't finish there. We have to do something on the inside. So I have my 2 3/4 by 4 1/4 piece, and I've got another piece of that DSP to go on the bottom. So we're just gonna, oh, look how pretty that is. I love the other patterns as well. And we're just gonna put this at the bottom down here. And I have a nice area to write my greeting. And then I'm just gonna bring in those hearts again. And let me just clean the blue ink off, the Balmy Blue ink. And I think I'm gonna stamp with one of the other coordinating colors. Let's do Granny Apple Green. Anything would go, right? I'm just going to tie this whole stamp set in and do a little Granny Apple Green heart set right there. And that's going to be the inside. So much fun. And you could do this one in any color combination, right? I chose to use the 3 colors for the Global Design Project Challenge this week, but this could be, you could use Sweet Sorbet, which is a feature color from the Designer Series paper. Petal Pink. Oh my gosh, you could do so many things. So there we have it, you guys. I've used the 3 colors that are in the color challenge. I'd love to see what you do with these 3 colors, what you would make. So many possibilities with the Stampin' Up! Colors that, you know what, they always seem to go well together. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for your comments. I appreciate that. And there we have it, a bright, cheerful card to cheer someone up. You know, there's no reason for winter blues, right? When you have Stampin' Up! Products. So brighten someone's day, have yourself fun. I mean, stamping, there's nothing more therapeutic than being able to sit down with your stamps, ink, paper, and a punch. And like whip up a bunch of cards like this, right? So thank you for joining me, you guys. Thanks for all your comments, and I will see you again tomorrow. So the plan for the week, I will be live every morning, my normal time at 9:30, except for Thursday. Thursday, my son is having his wisdom teeth out. My son, Andrew, he's an adult, but I'm going to drive him. Of course, I'm his mom and I'm here in the city. I'm lucky to be here with him. I'm going to be driving him to his appointment and waiting for him. He's getting all 4 wisdom teeth taken out and they are impacted. So I don't know how he's going to do. But anyway, I'm bringing him home with me so I can take care of him or, you know, help him if he needs me, right? We always want to be of help, even though they don't need us. But anyway, that's what's happening on Thursday. So I will keep you posted if I go live later in the day. I'm not going to commit myself to anything. I'm going to just see how it goes. Okay, thank you guys so much. Have a great rest of your Monday. And thank you, Virginia. Yeah, different colors, right? Doesn't have to be a Valentine's card. You can invest in this bundle and make a lot of different cards. Anniversary, love cards, friendship cards, you name it. Take care, everyone. I will see you tomorrow. Have a great day and happy stamping. Bye-bye.